This is how to EQ. First off, what is an EQ? EQ stands for equalizer. It's a tool we use in music to adjust different frequencies, different hertz to bring out or to dull certain sounds within your mix. For example, you could make your drums more punchy by boosting the low end, or you could get rid of some harsh S sounds by cutting the high end. What are we looking at here? Essentially, on the bottom here is your range of hertz. So from 20 hertz to 10K hertz is the typical range. That's what they use in Parametric EQ2 and FL Studio, which is personally the software I use. There are these bands here that can switch between these different modes, which we will get to in a second, that can be adjusted to either cut here at 200 hertz or boost here at 200 hertz on band 4, or you could do that with any other band. And here is just general terms explaining so you can understand what you're adjusting a little bit more. First, let's talk about what a low pass filter does. So this is what a low pass filter might look like if you're trying to filter out high frequencies, such as found in 6 to 7K hertz, which are usually the very harsh s and p sounds when you're speaking into a microphone. And also it can just be very harsh, high-pitched ringing sounds that you can hear in your ear. Next is a high pass. This is what a high pass filter might look like when you're trying to maybe EQ out a low grumbling air filter or train tracks going by in the background. Next is band pass filters. Something cool you can do with a band pass filter is if you make it peak around 1.5 and 4,000 hertz, you can get a very cool old school telephone effect. Drake uses that for his background ad-libs a lot. It's good for intros, outros, and skits as well. Next, we have a notch filter. Notch filters are commonly used during what is called surgical EQ. So what is that? Is to cut out very specific frequencies. So let's say you have a metronome in the background you want to get rid of, or a very specific low conversation, or a very specific sound in your artist's voice that you want to get rid of. A notch filter will be able to very specifically filter out any sounds. Firstly, if you flip your notch filter upside down, it can help to boost a sound that you're looking for specifically in your mix. Maybe you've lost an instrument, or maybe you need to rewrite a specific part, but you can't hear what it is right now, so you can boost that specific frequency. Next is a low shelf filter. Here I'm going to do the high shelf and the low shelf, which are basically used to more gently phase in and out different frequencies. So it's not necessarily as harsh as a pass. It's more of a gradual increase or decrease. Last but not least, we have a peaking filter. The peaking filter is the same as the inverted notch filter, but also something else I wanted to add is called a bell pass, which is basically a more subtle peaking filter. I just wanted to add that in there at the end. Now you know how to use an EQ.